Devastated is a heavy word, but I need to say this gently. Sometimes the wedding photos that matter most are not the ones you think about first. Not the florals, not the flat lay, not that champagne tower. Sometimes it's the photo of your dad seeing you in your dress, the hug before the ceremony, the hand on your shoulder when everyone else is rushing around. And after losing my wife's father this year, I feel this differently now. Because when someone is gone, you do not wish you had more photos of the centerpieces, you wish you had more photos of them. Hey, I'm Stephen Barnett, and I'm a Pennsylvania wedding photographer. I photograph weddings throughout central Pennsylvania, including Harrisburg, Hershey, and Lancaster. And today I want to talk about something that feels small on the timeline, but can become one of the biggest meaningful parts of the entire wedding day. And that's father moments, dad moments, parent moments. The people who helped raise you, protect you, annoy you, cheer for you, and somehow still ask questions that were already answered in the wedding email. These people matter, and their photos matter too. This topic has been sitting heavy on my heart for a couple reasons. One, I photographed Cameron and Zach's wedding, and Cameron did a first look with her father. And I love moments like that because they slow the day down for a few seconds, and the day doesn't become about the timeline or about the guests or about the reception. In that moment, it's just a dad seeing his daughter on her wedding day. That's it. Simple, emotional, completely worth protecting. And two, my wife's father passed away this year. And when someone is gone, you realize very quickly how much photos matter. Not in a dramatic, salesy way, but in a very real way. You start wishing there were more photos, more normal photos, more photos where they're laughing, where they're just existing in the room with everyone else. More photos that prove not just what they looked like, but how it felt to have them there. And that changes how I look at weddings because while I'm photographing the couple, I'm also paying attention to the people around them, the parents wiping tears, the dad trying to hold it together, the quiet hug before the ceremony, because one day those images may mean more than anyone realizes in the moment. Now, I want to say this carefully. Not everyone has a good relationship with their father. Not everyone has their dad present. Not everyone wants a dad moment on their wedding day, and that's okay. This is not me saying every single bride needs to have the exact same moment. This is me saying if you do have someone important in that role, please consider making space for them. It could be your dad, it could be your stepdad, it could be your grandfather, it could be your mom, your uncle, your brother, or the person who just showed up when it mattered. The title might be Dad's at Wedding, but the heart of this message is this: photograph the people you do not want to forget. A father first look is one way to do that. It does not have to be complicated. You get dressed, someone brings your dad or father down to a quiet spot, you turn around, they see you, maybe they cry, maybe they laugh, maybe they immediately say something deeply dad like, such as, "Well, would you look at that?" Not every dad is going to give you a cinematic reaction. Some dads are not built like a Hallmark movie. Some dads are going to blink really hard, clear their throat, and pretend that they're totally fine. And honestly, that's beautiful too, because the goal is to not force emotion. The goal is to make room for whatever is real. If your dad is emotional, let him be emotional. If he's quiet, let him be quiet. If he makes a joke because feelings make him itchy, that's still part of the story. The photo does not have to look like the internet version of a father-daughter moment. It just has to be yours. And these moments do not only matter for brides, grooms need these photos too. Parents with sons need these photos too. A dad helping his son with a tie, a mom adjusting a boutonniere, a parent hugging their child before the ceremony. These are not filler photos, these are legacy photos. Legacy photos are the ones that grow in value over time. On the wedding day, you may love the portraits, the detail shots, and the reception photos, and you should. But years later, you may find yourself stopping on a photo of your dad's hand on your shoulder, or your mom smiling in the background, or your grandfather sitting in the front row, because those photos become proof that they were there, proof that they saw it, proof that for one day everyone was in the same place celebrating this huge moment in your life. That's why I care so much about family moments on wedding days. Not because I want to add more pressure or because your timeline needs 17 emotional events stacked on top of each other like a feelings lasagna, but because a few intentional minutes can give you something you may treasure forever. So, if you're planning your wedding, here are a few simple ways to protect these moments. First, think about who really matters, not who tradition says should matter, who actually matters to you. Who do you want photos with because their presence means something? Second, tell your photographer. Please do not assume we magically know every family dynamic, every close relationship, or every person who needs to be photographed. If your dad is important to you, tell us. If your grandfather raised you, tell us. If your stepdad is the person you want included, tell us. If there are sensitive family dynamics, tell us privately. That helps us photograph your wedding with care. Third, build in just a few minutes. A father first look does not need a half an hour. A parent hug does not need a production crew. Sometimes 5 intentional minutes are enough. And fourth, do not wait until the reception chaos to hope it happens. Wedding days move fast. People get pulled in different directions. Guests arrive, music starts, someone needs something always. The day starts doing wedding things. So, if a moment matters, protect it earlier. And please hear me when I say this. This is not about making your wedding sad. This is about making your wedding honest. Weddings are full of joy, as they should be, but they are also full of meaning. They bring together people who helped you become who you are. They remind you of how fast time moves. They show you that love is not only between the couple getting married, it's also in the parents watching them from the front row. The family trying not to cry, the people who have loved you long before this day arrived. This is why father moments matter. Not because TikTok says dad at weddings are trending, not because every bride needs a viral crying dad video, but because one day you may be really grateful you have that photo. The hug, the look, the hand squeeze, the dance, the tiny little proof that they were there with you. And if your father or father figure has already passed, or if that relationship is complicated, I want to be gentle here. You can still honor the people who matter to you. You can carry a photo. You can save a seat. You can wear something that belonged to them. You can have a private moment with your partner. You can choose a different person for those traditional roles. Your wedding does not have to follow the standard script to be meaningful. It just needs to make room for the truth of your story. And that is what I want my couples to have. Not just pretty photos, but photos with weight. Photos that feel like people. Photos that hold on to the relationships that matter. Because when the day is over, you are not only going to care about how everything looked, you're going to care about who was there, how they loved you, and what it felt like to be surrounded by them. If you're planning a wedding in Pennsylvania and you want a photographer who pays attention to more than just the posed photos, I'd love to talk with you. I'd help you think through the family photo moments, the quiet moments, the photos you may not realize are important until years later. Head to my website, send me an inquiry, and tell me what you're planning. Call me, beat me if you want to book me.